So Ken, we are here in the FMC vineyard, vines planted in 1974. You have a lot of experience with old vine. In the context of climate change, from your experience, do you think that old vines are better adapted to climate change than young vines?
Michelle, that's a very interesting question. Not simple to answer because one must look first at the intention. With old vines, we already aren't looking for maximum crop. With a younger vineyard, we might be looking to get a more commercial result. With an older vineyard, we understand the limitations already. We understand the scope of the vineyard, and we'd be very careful not to push the vineyard. When we prune every year, you look at the potential of the vines. We say it's impossible to prune without looking at last year's growth, because the pruning is the architecture of next year.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can see what happened last year, how the vine grew, you might find that there were vines that didn't grow very well, thinner than a pencil. Anything thinner than a pencil would indicate that you've pruned with too many budding eyes. You need to withdraw your pruning so that the vine has enough power to create growing shoots that are thicker than a pencil. That's very basic, but it explains it very nicely. And so you're limiting crop on older vines. You're never looking for big crops. So yes, they are more stable. If a younger vine, I think has more energy, and I think perhaps not resilience, but more, the younger vine would have more capability of functioning well through a heat spike. It would be less hammered. An older vine, we look to the leaves. We actually count the number of leaves on every vine. And we know that to ripen one bunch of grapes, I need 17 leaves. Your leaf is like a solar panel.
Yeah.
One solar panel can perhaps boil one kettle. If you want to boil 5 kettles, you need more than one solar panel. One bunch needs 17 leaves to ripen. So we already are sensitive to the leaf cover, and we will drop fruit. If we see the vine is not functioning well, it doesn't have enough leaf cover to ripen the fruit, we'll drop fruit. So there's a lot of management involved and support for the vine. Literally, we support the vine.
So I would say a short conclusion, but we know it's more complex than that, is you're saying it can adapt, but you need the support from your work to make sure that you're helping the old vine.
We make one decision early now, at the end of winter and the beginning of spring, about pruning. We don't yet know what the weather will be in 6 months' time.
Yes.
We find that we've had a very, very dry year. Unusual, but the weather is unusual with no predictability.
Yeah.
Now we find that we anticipated the ability to carry the same fruit as last year, but our conditions are different. So we have much less rainfall, much less potential for the vineyard. We have to take fruit off. So that if we didn't take the fruit off, the vine would suffer.
Yeah.
So the management, viticulture is an important function. If it were left to the vine, it would hurt the vine.
Fantastic.
Yeah.